Okay, so we're gonna go into the 30th of October, and we're coming off this full moon, and we're coming off all these eclipses, and the moon is gonna move into Gemini, and this is a great time to tend to your karmic responsibilities and clean up your toxic relationships. Okay, now that sounds like a lot for one day, but you want to look at what's being shown to you that needs to go, okay? Because you have a karmic responsibility to work with that energy, to let those things go. And some of it could be relationships that are really toxic. So we want to look at that, and we don't want to hold on if the universe is showing us otherwise, okay? Now we're going to move into Halloween. Halloween is an interesting day because the moon moves into Gemini, and Gemini rules your local community, and it actually rules your neighbors. And so I think it's kind of funny that we're going to have a Gemini Halloween, and it's going to be square Venus and Neptune. So what that tells me is try to have a clear plan, okay? Otherwise you can get kind of confused in the fog. So have a plan of what you're going to do. Make sure that the people that you're hanging out with, especially women, because there's a square with Venus, but Venus rules all relationships, but it especially rules relationships with women. Have a clear plan with them so that they feel taken care of, and that everything, that nothing's overlooked, okay? And don't waste a lot of money. The moon is square Venus and Neptune. It's easy to waste money, overspend. Keep it simple, and maybe stay in your local community if you can. This is when the veil is thin, okay? And then we're gonna have the moon in a communication sign of Gemini ruled by the planet Mercury. So you might want to acknowledge your loved ones, especially your loved ones that were women, okay? So maybe this is time to pull out a picture of grandma, or pull out a picture of an old friend who's no longer with us, and acknowledge them also, okay? Now, Wednesday the 1st, as I talk about that kind of energy, it's All Saints Day, or I think that's All Souls Day, All Saints Day. I did not grow up Catholic, so I'm not sure, but I do believe it's the Day of the Dead that's celebrated, okay? So it is a good day to have that photo out. As the moon moves into Cancer in that evening, that's very feminine energy, so it goes back to grandma and great aunts and all of the women in your line, or those people who nurtured you and that made you feel loved. Or even if you didn't know those people, maybe just light a candle to being open to that energy coming in, okay? It's a busy day. You want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the evening, and you're honoring your loved ones, but you're also honoring yourself, okay? Now, Thursday the 2nd, what needs to change so that you can rest more? What needs to change? We have a lot of trines going on, positive aspects, Mercury, Mars, Neptune. So it's a smoother day. So you can enjoy and find some time to rest, whatever that looks like for you. That might just be a nice dinner, a nice calm dinner. That might be a nice bath after dinner, okay? So on Friday the 3rd, as the moon is still in the sign of Cancer, enjoy a beautiful meal and be open to change. We're gonna have a Leo weekend, the weekend of the 4th and 5th. And so Saturn is also going to go direct because it's been in its retrograde period. So we're starting to get out of all these retrogrades, which is going to lighten things up a little bit. What are you dedicated to? Leo is very heart-based and can be very dedicated to things. So what are you dedicated to? Give it some attention. Enjoy the Leo weekend. I find Leo weekends to be so fun because Leo rules. It rules fun. I think of it as it's a great time to go to a concert because it's like a concert stage is what I think of with Leo, the rock star. And it's also just choosing what you want. Maybe you just want to sip on a cup of tea and read your book. Good. Enjoy the Leo weekend.